Summer is here and Spencer County is a hot spot in Indiana. Hello and welcome to WJTS in.form. I'm your host, Bill Potter. Joining me in the studio is Melissa Brockman, who is the Executive Director for the Spencer County Tourism and Visitors Center Commission.
Close enough.
Yeah, that doesn't matter as long as we get the visitor and tourism.
Yes.
Spencer County is a great place to go. I know people know about Holiday World, and we will talk a little bit about that. And people know about A. Lincoln, A Pioneer Tale, and the play that is held at the amphitheater. But Spencer County offers other things that people may not be aware of. And let's talk about some of those and why summer is a great time to go there. First of all, let's talk about some of the parks.
Okay. Well, in celebrating Lincoln's Indiana boyhood home, we have the Lincoln State Park right in Lincoln City. It's about 5 minutes from Santa Claus, right off of 231. Lincoln State Park has a new nature center. They have a lake where you could rent paddle boats and a beach to enjoy some time in the sun. Beautiful trails. It's a fun place to visit. You can camp there as well, cabins and tent camping. And then right across the street is Lincoln Boyhood National Memorial. They have a living historical farm, which is really neat to visit. The Rangers dress in period clothing and perform the chores that Abe did as a boy or during his time in Indiana. So it's a great, fun, interactive, and educational thing for families to do. And then, of course, they have a visitor center with a feature film about Lincoln and a museum and some different things inside the visitor center. So we've got a state park and a national park right off of Highway 231. And then if you go down to Rockport, I think it's about 20 minutes away, we've got the Rockport Lincoln Pioneer Village and Museum, and that's part of the Rockport City Park. They have 14 replica cabins that are replicas from Lincoln's day and the past, as well as a museum. And inside the museum, you can see a hutch that is believed to have been made by Abe's father, Thomas Lincoln. So it's really neat. There's a lot of parks, a lot of history, and a lot of interactive fun for families.
And that kind of gets people back into the woods and into the forest and into history a little bit. So I guess if you're taking your family, it's a great place to go camping at Lincoln State Park, and everything else is just right there.
Right.
Including Holiday World, which is just right down the road from Lincoln State Park.
Exactly.
And Holiday World is off to another great start with some great new rides.
Yes, they've got the Hyena Falls this year and Miss Kitty's Tea Party ride. So they've got, it's a great place to go. 2 parks in one, a water park, a great way to cool off in the summer, and then the roller coasters and the theme park. It's a really fun place to be.
And a lot of what we're talking about, 231 seems to get you there real easy, right off I-64 or up from Owensboro. But everything we're talking about is just really right off the road.
Yes, it's really convenient.
Probably not more than 5-minute drive of the interstate at any one time.
Nope, I don't think so.
Well, off 231. There is another park kind of that we didn't mention. That's in Gentryville.
Oh, yes.
Is that a park or is that?
It's not a park. It's a home.
Okay.
That visitors can tour. It's the Colonel Jones home, and it's actually a merchant employer that Lincoln worked for when he lived in what is now Spencer County. And so you can tour the home. It's through the state park, so you need to make an appointment. But it's a fun place to get a little more history, a little more perspective of Lincoln's life when he was in Indiana, and fun and interactive for families. They have some special events and activities throughout the year, and so it's a neat place to visit.
And I know we're going to go way away from here time-wise, but in the fall, don't they make maple syrup? I
know they have in the past.
Yeah, it's kind of a neat thing.
Yeah, they do I'll say it wrong.
Archaeological?
Yes.
Yeah, wow.
Digs.
That's a hard word.
It is.
Yeah.
But they do digs with different groups of students and kids, and so they have some really fun hands-on activities out there throughout the year.
Okay, and Santa Claus Land, well, okay, this shows my age. Santa Claus Land, there is Holiday World, but before you get to Holiday World off of 231, there is Santa Claus.
Yes.
The town of Santa Claus, and there is a really nice plaza there with the post office and the museum and things.
Yes, the museum is in a newer location. It's from 231, it's past Holiday World, but if you're coming over from Ferdinand from the interstate, you would just take a left instead of a right to go to Holiday World. But they have a museum that tells the history of Santa Claus. They have the old post office and the historic church. You can tour all of the property there on the village. And then they have a 22-foot Santa statue, which makes a great photo op.
And isn't Candy's Castle?
Candy Castle is right there. That's a fun place to go. It's free to get in, and they have delicious hot chocolate if you need to cool off during the summer, and then gourmet hot chocolate in the winter. They have a North Pole network there where kids of all ages can log on and chat with an elf to see if they're on the good list. And then if you keep going down a little bit, you'll run into Santa's Stables, horseback riding, and also the Christmas Lake Golf Course.
And Christmas Lake Golf Course, that's a beautiful golf course.
Yes, it is.
And then there is also in Rockport, they have a festival over the summer, or will they have a festival?
The Abraham Lincoln Freedom Festival is over the 4th of July weekend, and that takes place at the Rockport City Park and Lincoln Pioneer Village there. They'll have fireworks, interactive reenactors, they'll have food, I believe there's a parade, and it's a fun weekend down in Rockport.
And then another fun event is going on will be the Spencer County 4-H Fair. We just got through the Spencer County Fair, but this is the 4-H Fair. It's at the end of June.
Yes, the 4-H Fair is in Christney at the community center there, and they'll have all the projects from the kids, they'll have livestock, horse shows, lots of food and fun activities for the family.
And a lot of this, again, is just right off of 231. There's plenty of hotels, places to stay, and on the north end and the south end of 231.
Definitely.
And Spencer County is easy to get into with 231 and 162. So no matter which way you're coming, it's a great place to go.
Yeah, very convenient.
Okay, now there's a lot to know, and people watching go, nah, I can't remember all the things that she talked about. What's the easiest way to find out about Spencer County? We
have two websites, Santa Claus and Lincoln. One is www.santaclausind.org. The other is indianasablincoln.org, or you can call the Visitors Bureau, and that number is toll-free at 888-444-9252.
And the Visitor Center is right off of 231, too.
Yes, we're right in the Kringle Place Shopping Center, right in between the Santa Claus Christmas store entrances.
Okay, so you'll be able to find that pretty easy.
Yes.
And of course, there's the Christmas store. That's something else we forgot to mention.
That's where Santa hangs out during the summer. So it's if you need to go visit with Santa early on and make sure you're on the good list, hit up the Christmas store, and they've got a wonderful selection of ornaments and decor and Santa himself.
Now, the thing for most of the people in the WJTS listening area or the viewing area is that things in Spencer County within a half day or less drive. If you live in Ferdinand, obviously it's a 20-minute drive,
right.
And in Jasper it's maybe half an hour, 45 minutes. So almost everything is an easy drive to get to. But it's also a great place for people from out of state to come and stay and spend a day or two in Spencer County.
Yes, a full weekend. There's plenty of things to do for 2 or 3 days during the summer for sure, and we've got some fall packages we'll be rolling out for September and October that include the Happy Halloween weekends at Holiday World, an overnight, and some other activities, plus a coupon book, so you can hit all kinds of attractions all in one. And that's a neat staycation if you're from the local area, and also a great way to bring some people in as well.
And tourism is an important industry for Spencer County.
It is. It employs, I don't have any figures with me, but it employs a lot of people. It helps get the traffic into all the different businesses, including gas stations, grocery stores, as well as the tourism attractions. And it's fun in Spencer County. Tourism is
fun in Spencer County.
Yes.
Well, Melissa, thank you very much for being our guest.
Thank you for having me.
We encourage you to go and visit Spencer County. And if you've got friends coming in from out of town, tell them about all that's going on in Spencer County. Contact Melissa or go to their websites and check out the exciting things in Spencer County, Indiana. Great. Our guest has been Melissa Brockman. She is the Executive Director for the Spencer County Visitors and Tourism Council. Thank you for watching WJTS in.form. We are local people watching local people.